Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everyone? I go by RB, and this is Philly Take with RB. Now, if you are an Eagles fan out there and you would love to see OBJ in midnight green next year, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel and want to stay updated on some great Philly content, go ahead and hit that subscribe. So today I'm coming to you with some news and my opinion on that news. So as of early this morning, this afternoon, as you can see right here on the screen, man, OBJ could be headed to Minnesota. As of this afternoon, the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings have reportedly been in discussions on a trade that would send OBJ to Minnesota in exchange for a second and fifth round pick in next year's draft, the draft of 2021. My instant reaction to this is I'm not really surprised. You saw the Vikings part with Stefon Diggs. Him and Kirk Cousins really never got along. They're trying to find the replacement for that. They're trying to still upgrade and not be left with sort of a hole there on the wideout in Minnesota. Now, in terms of a personality, connection, I don't think OBJ would be too excited to go play with Kirk Cousins. We've seen OBJ have some troubles in the past with the system he's been in. I'm sure this guy wants to go play with one of the great quarterbacks in the league. My personal opinion, I don't think Kirk Cousins is great. I think he's decent, but I don't think he is great. So I don't know if OBJ would really like that situation. And if we look more into the deal, I've read this afternoon that the Minnesota Vikings only have around $12.75, I think it is, $million in cap space available right now. OBJ, if you don't know, signed a 5-year extension last summer with the Giants. And after he was traded, spent his first year in Cleveland, and he has four years left on the deal. And he's going to make around $14 million a year. That's what he will contribute to the cap hit. So Minnesota can't even really afford him right now. They would have to go out and at least make another move or two just to be able to get him in there. So I'm scrolling through Twitter. Eagles Nation, man, we are on top of things. Before I give my opinion, let me ask you guys, comment down below. Would you want to see OBJ in midnight green next year, playing alongside, Deshaun Jackson, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, whatever receiver we get in the draft, Carson Wentz? Would you want to see him in this system? Comment down below. Let me give you my opinion, man. Absolutely. Wherever Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are right now in quarantine, I hope they're on the phone, FaceTime, whatever. I hope they are talking, okay? Because we have a chance here. We have a chance, if this is actually what the Browns are looking for, which would be crazy, to not even get a first for Odell after trading a first, a third, and Jabril Peppers for him last year with no contribution really. If that's really what they are looking for, and Howie does not go out and step on the pedal. We already missed out on an easy deal for DeAndre Hopkins. We missed out on Stefon Diggs, even though he required a whole haul of assets. We've missed out so far in free agency on wide receiver. Howie admitted it himself. And we're hoping on this draft here, we're hoping that we can get a guy like a Henry Ruggs in the first. That we're going to end up with some quality dudes, maybe like Jalen Reagor or KJ Hamler or whoever, Justin Jefferson. But let me tell you one thing. None of those guys are proven yet in the NFL. That is a fact. It doesn't matter what they did in college. None of them are actually proven yet. But Odell Beckham, he is. He is a star in this league. My personal opinion, I don't have him as a top 3 receiver, but he's definitely top 5 in my books. You can't blame the dude. For however many years he was with New York, he played with Eli Manning and still proceeded to, have great years. Even with the Giants and, Ben McAdoo and Eli Manning at the tail end of his career, Odell Beckham was still doing his thing, balling out. And this past year when he goes to Cleveland and they're supposed to be the, deep playoff contenders, maybe Super Bowl contenders, with Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry, and then you have Freddie Kitchens who goes into Cleveland and doesn't use him right. He barely gets the ball. I was actually concerned about Odell's personality a little bit and, the things he's done in the past. We've seen it firsthand as he was in the division. But this past year, he handled it like a man. He was very mature, didn't really call anyone out, just continued to do his thing. So I do think he has matured. And I do think he would be able to overcome that, especially in a great city like Philly, where he knows that we would have his back. And overall, it's just about getting Carson Wentz the dude. Like, we've been talking about it for weeks and weeks now. It is time. Pull the trigger. If you have a chance to not even give up a first to get Odell, Howie, you got to do this one. We know you swung and missed on DeAndre Hopkins. All right? But Odell Beckham is out there, and he is reportedly on the trade block. Who knows if he wants to move or not, but I'm pretty sure he would rather come to Philly. Imagine him coming to Philly, suiting up in midnight green on the opposite side of like Deshaun Jackson, coming out of that tunnel against the Giants in a division rival game, and he just starts going off over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. And we would finally give Carson Wentz that dude he needs. We've been talking about, is Carson Wentz elite? Is he top 5, top 7, top 10? But he's been neglected of weapons. Had over 4,000 yards last season. No wide receiver with over 500 yards. Well, guess what? You bring Odell Beckham here, and Carson Wentz is going to unleash. He's going to be hitting him deep all day long. You just drop back in the pocket, Odell will get open, just like he was with Cleveland this year. Just that they didn't give him the ball. In New York, he kind of felt betrayed, especially at the end. Dave Gettleman signed him and then let him go right after, even though he said he wouldn't. With the Browns, you could tell he was so excited, but what did the Browns do? They're the Browns. They fail. It's not going to work there. They have a new system going in there, and I just think Odell needs another fresh start, and to come to the best fans in the world, the best fan base, we would support this guy. It doesn't matter if you play for the Giants. He would come in here and be an automatic contribution every single Sunday. It is time to get Carson Wentz the weapon he deserves. Get him that top dude. Go out, get Odell Beckham, and we can still get weapons in the draft this year. I think this is a must-have for the Eagles, and I hope Howie Roseman is on the phone right now doing whatever he can to try to go out and acquire Odell Beckham Jr. from the Cleveland Browns. Let me know your thoughts down below. Would you go out and acquire Odell Beckham? Do you think it would be a good fit for the Eagles? Let me know all your thoughts down below. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect.